Oh, the key. Okay, so the key. I forgot, because I keep leaving the smoking room. Like, the smoking room is the room that you want to spend the least amount of time in unless you have the water jug, so... Now that I have the jug with water... Oh, I don't have water in it. Okay. So, let's put water in it. Okay, let's use the jug. Dang it. Emily! Use the jug, Emily! There we go. Oh my gosh. The cigars were an evil monster. I knew it. Okay, so I didn't even know there were doors here. Because, of course, this is a room that is not conducive to investigation unless you get rid of the smoke. Oh, this must be the record that I need. Finally. Good.
The tale of Captain J.W. Norton of the Army of the Union.
Oh, at least it's not the Army of the Confederacy. Remembering that Emily is, of course, she sounds like she's from Georgia, from her accent.
The South was in collapse.
I thought he wasn't going to read for a second.
Louisiana was open to us. I had each day to requisition victuals for our troops, and was aided in this endeavor by a score of brave men. Rebels were not yet ready to lay down their arms. The region was far from safe. I headed further and further west, and questioned many freed slaves. From them, I learned of a plantation on the coast. Its name was Derceto. We received a less than hearty welcome. Only Pickford, the owner, behaved in a friendly manner. While my men counted cattle and grain reserves, I learned what I could from him.
Sounds like
Man was most unusual and possessed an extraordinarily
unfriendly
cultured
local
mind.
people.
At nightfall, I gave orders for the men to bivouac at Derceto. Pickford invited my second-in-command, Lieutenant Patterson, and myself to dine. And our host proved a most entertaining... We received a less than hearty welcome, and our host proved a most entertaining conversationalist.
Oops.
While coffee
audio
was
bug
being
there.
served, Patterson went to inspect the men's camp. The cigar Pickford offered me was so acrid that my head began to spin.
The very same cigars that we just put out.
I remembered campfire tales of fellow officers trapped by devilish Confederate tricks. My mind floated in a foul and dense fog, from which emerged the enlarged and deformed face of Pickford. He grinned at me.
Just occurred to me, it'd be kind of a funny gag if, though a bit of a stretch, if, like, one of the playable characters was not affected by the cigar smoke at all. Like, they're just such a heavy smoker that it doesn't bother them, but the other one is, like, really sensitive to it. But no, I'm pretty sure that the male character is affected by it, too.
Patterson's return chased off the nightmare. I heard shouts and firing from outside and found the strength to take out my revolver. I fired 3 shots. Pickford fell to the floor. Patterson then helped me out of the burning house. The air was filled with smoke. We resembled a company in disorderly retreat. I saw slaves leaping into the flames of that inferno. They were trying to save Pickford's life.
You know, it just occurred to me, Resident Evil 1 has your choice between a male and female character. And there's a significant difference. Like, Jill is basically easy mode. But I wonder if that's a good choice, because it kind of genders your choice. And in this game, it seems like there's no difference, really. The only difference with Emily's choice is that her reasoning for going to Derceto in the first place is family, and there's more of a connection there, whereas the other guy, who I can't remember his name, even though he seems to have become the main character in this series, the other guy he just wants to, like, learn about an antique that's at the mansion, and I don't think he even knows that somebody's dead.
And our host, we received
but I missed a step in the story. What happened?
And our host proved a most entertaining...
His head began to spin.
I remembered campfire tales of fellow officers trapped by devilish Confederate tricks.
Oh,
My
I see.
mind floated.
So he was like
Patterson's return
dazed.
chased off the... I remembered campfire tales of
An
fellow
enlarged
officers
and
trapped by
deformed
devilish...
face of Pickford. Okay, so Pickford like turned into a monster, I guess, after tricking this fellow. And that's why he took his shots. Okay. So, obviously, the cavalry saber, which I so callously broke in the first stream, or the second stream, I think, is meant to go over there. But I'm curious what's in this, if I can investigate it at all. No? Alright. So, hopefully I'm not doing this too early. Captain Norton, that's who that was. And let's put the pieces of the saber in there. Okay. I didn't read what that... I should have read what that message said. Hang on. Saber blade. Oh... Okay. So I open that up for later, I guess? Oh, and oh yeah, I remember seeing a Resident Evil 3 playthrough where, yeah, Jill can't push a big statue because she's too, you know, in the game's logic, she's too weak for it, and she needs the, like, man who happens to be of a similar build, I think. He doesn't look much bigger or stronger than she is, but he has to push it. Yeah. Yeah, it seems to be like a Japanese development thing. Honestly, I think it's just because development teams are still dominated by men for the most part. Like, if you had more women on those teams, they might raise issue and get some change happening. It makes me wonder how many women are even in the games development industry in like any decision-making position in modern games, you know. Yeah, part of it is definitely a culture thing. Like anime, one of the things that puts people off of anime, understandably too, is just because of how they depict women. He definitely tries to anticipate. I wonder how involved this system is as well, because I could see it being relatively simple, where like the game is watching what your inputs are, and then they kind of preemptively make him do the opposite. It certainly would be much harder if they had to have more than one enemy in this area, because it just having one makes it a little easier. And now I don't have to brave the spiders, and instead I can drop this key. I swear it looked like it said key to that damn hall. And I was about to say, indeed, key to that damn hall. Oh, I need the gramophone. I don't have it. Well, might be a long walk to get it. But yeah, man, see, there's so much to love about this game. Like, all this, like, weird attention, all this variety. And weird attention to details like that. It's impressive for 92. It really is. It really is impressive for 92, Blanco-Con. You know, the funny thing is, at this time, I think PC wasn't really all that dominant in comparison to the consoles. Like, this is the time when the consoles were doing at least as powerful, if not more so, than your standard PC, because PCs had to do a lot of other stuff, too. Okay, so what did I got a different key. What even is this key used for? But definitely, PCs have, like, I was actually thinking about this. The whole PC Master Race meme. Oh, I see. The key goes here. Oh, it's playing the Dance Macabre. I've been learning that, actually. Franz Liszt made an excellent... Oh, this key doesn't open this door? Weird. Franz Liszt made an excellent piano arrangement of the Dance Macabre. Dang it! I had a feeling that if I bumped into any of them, I would get killed. So I'm glad I did do a save, because I'm going to have to load it. I was thinking about the PC Master Race meme, because the PC does have one, like, genuine advantage, which is that it's kind of decentralized. Like, you look at Sony, and, like, you know, you look at Sony, Nintendo, and Microsoft, and they have, like, they have such a like chokehold on their audience. Like you and for one thing, you like cannot get Nintendo games on any console that is not made by Nintendo, like generally. But on the PC, if you release a game on the PC, like anybody can play it. Like it doesn't matter what console they have. And so like gaming consoles have this serious problem. I think like this very anti-consumer problem where they just are like not they're like not conducive to competition, and it's just I don't know, it's just more capitalism problems, isn't it? Like there's no way to win as long as you're stuck in this system. But if PCs have one advantage, it's that you don't, you know, any game that's out on a PC is out on every PC. That's the funny thing, is that PC gaming is an expensive initial investment. But when you look at the cost of PC games, it's super cheap compared with consoles, because, you know, you look at, like, how do you get a Nintendo game, right, for the Switch? You have to get it on, like, Nintendo's App Store, or you buy it at, like, a Walmart or whatever. And it's so... There's so many games that I have a Switch, and there's so many games I would get for it if they weren't, like, full $60 games, or if they were on sale. Like, I only got, I, like, snatched up Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate because it was on sale. Like, a very rare sale for such a high-value game. Whereas, you know, when I bought Monster Hunter World on the PC, I'm pretty sure that was on sale. It would have been, like, maybe 20 bucks or something when I got it. And it just, like, the difference is huge.